Okay, so this training session is about how to create packing list in CBX vendor portal and how to submit ASNs. So I'll briefly introduce you the CBX vendor portal. Once you log in into the system, you will be working on the shipping tab where there are three main screens to work on. First is customer orders, which is the default screen to open. Second is the packing list, and third is the advanced ship notices. We will first start with customer orders screen and I'll explain you each function in the system. So in this screen on the right hand side you can see a search button. Let's type one of the PO 1823903 for our training purpose. Once I click on this search button, you will see all the PO lines being visible here. After a PO is being allocated, it splits into multiple PO lines. Otherwise, as default, it will be raised with a PO line with 5700 DC. Here, the PO number first 7 digits represent a PO number, last 4 digits represent a DC number, and in bracket you can see the version of the EDI PO file, which is always get upgraded when a new version comes in. Ship to is the DC numbers, ship before is FF date, item ordered is quantities for respective DC, quantity packed is once the packing list is created, how many quantities are packed for that DC, quantity shipped is once the ASN is sent, how many quantities are being shipped. Number of packing list will represent how many packing lists are being created. Number of ASN will represent number of ASNs. Now when default it is raised as 5700, you will not be creating a packing list at all. You will only be creating packing list for rest all the lines, which is 5967 represent Brisbane DC, BNE, 5966 is for Sydney, SYD, 5965 for Fremantle, FRE, 5950 for Melbourne, MEL. So in some cases, this particular quantity will not be matching the total of this quantity, which could be due to the amendment in the order quantity, where it might have been increased or decreased after a allocation has been done. So to first step is we need to check whether this PO has case-pack ID visible or not before we go for label creation. So we click on the PO number and a new screen will open. In this purchase order details, what we can see is the order details, which is basically talking about PO status, PO type, PO number, PO date. And you can see references, basically talking about department number, bulk, FF dates, and all the other details related to it. Ship to ID here is talking about DC number. This total number of items always represent total number of case-pack ID in the particular file. And you can see here under items case-pack ID. So this case-pack ID visibility is very important because in our labels we will have the case-pack ID information visible, and if we don't have this case-pack ID details visible, we should write to SSCC generation at tgasourcing.com to re-EDI the PO so that you can create the labels. If this information is not there, labels will not be created correctly. Order quantity here represents the number of cartons you will be getting out for this particular case-pack ID. Now in this system, the back button on your browser will not work. So what you need to ensure is you click again on the customer orders and then you search your PO again, and after search you will get your screens. Before you click on the create packing list, one of the important module is that your internet browser allows the pop-up windows to be open. If it does not allow the pop-up windows, you will not be able to function further from this. So if you don't know about how to allow the pop-up window, check with your IT team.